Hi, everyone. I hope that everyone's doing okay out there. You know, one of the most heartbreaking things for our people right now is the inability for them to publicly and actively participate in the sacramental life of the church. We all know, of course, from our own experiences in the parish that there are so many devout and faithful Catholics who come to church every single Sunday so that they can worship God in their parish. While many of these people right now are watching Masses being streamed on their parish websites, and while many of them are watching the celebration of Mass at St. Agnes Cathedral on Catholic Faith Network, and while many of them are making their spiritual communions as we ask them to do, they will all tell you the same thing. It's just not the same. What they miss is the ability to receive the Holy Eucharist each and every Sunday. Many of these people will also tell you that what they miss so much is the ability for them to celebrate the sacrament of reconciliation on a regular basis. For many of our people, confession lies at the very heart of their spiritual lives. You know, the Diocese of Rockville Center, of course, has not forbidden we priests to hear confession. However, the diocese did issue some instructions to protect the safety and the health of all of us. Unfortunately, right now, we're not permitted to schedule public confessions. But the instruction is very clear that when an urgent need emerges, we should and we must hear a person's confession. All of this, of course, is dependent on a case-by-case basis. There was an interesting conversation that has emerged over the last couple of weeks about whether or not priests would be able to hear confessions over the telephone. Well, interestingly enough, Archbishop Blair, who is the Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Hartford and is also the chair of the USCCB Committee on the Liturgy, answered that question last week and said, no, it is not permissible for us to use the phone as a means to hear confessions, nor can we use a cell phone to amplify a person's voice. What lies at the heart of the matter, of course, is the fundamental requirement that we as priests protect the seal of confession. Technology really is a great thing. It accomplishes enormous good. However, it has its flaws, and we cannot always guarantee that the seal of confession is protected, that someone is not overhearing our conversation, that someone's not eavesdropping on our conversation. The protection of the seal must be paramount at all times. And this is also true as we're walking across the parking lot or the parish grounds trying to just get some air in what is now a very difficult time. If someone were to approach us and ask for us to hear their confession, and we deem that it's appropriate at that time, we certainly can do so, of course, maintaining the proper social distance of 6 feet or more. But remember, when a person is 6 feet away, we suddenly are not going to be able to hear them as clearly, and they're going to have to speak a little louder than they normally would behind the screen in the confessional. So we, as priests, are obligated to check our surroundings carefully and make sure that there's no possible way that that person's confession could be overheard by someone else. Another option right now, of course, is to ask people to make a perfect act of contrition, whereby out of their love for God, they confess their sins to God, they repent of their sins, they make a promise to amend their lives, and then they resolve to go to confession the moment that they are able. Stay safe, everyone.